like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone and get it going, Donkey Kong. They got the hand out, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh, no, you got.
It's week 2 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Justin Jefferson. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Colts and the Jags, next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, after a crazy open... Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trey Lance. Check. Now Lance. And incomplete to open things up.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Lance now to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And this is caught by Watkins. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Lance. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. The numbers for Hill a week ago. 6 catches, 52 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And some room to work. Touchdown, Jaguars. Kareem Hunt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction, one of the most exciting players in all of sports, now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 6 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Colts had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And right now, they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But if they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season, it could be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Lance looking to throw it.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
The Lance going to throw.
Incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Slayton. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. On the delay, here's Hunt. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like the paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They're coming off a loss to the Washington Commanders, but so far here on their way to rebounding nicely. They lead as they take the field for a first and 10. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Gets through, and now an opening. The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. Touchdown, Jaguars! Tyreek Hill, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's complete to Pierce. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards. On 2nd down and 4, Lance eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. Here's Lance. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The way things have been going in this one, Charles, it was only a matter of time before this defense got involved and made a big play, and they do right there. Gosh, this lead is so large, CD, we're only in the first half.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that's so amazing about it. You mentioned this large lead. How's this their first takeaway of the game? And what a spectacular run it was. Adding to the lead, showing the true dominance, and you're exactly right. We're still in the first half.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now here's Mahomes. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. He's got this downfield to McBride. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got Pierce. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Got a man complete to Miller. Touchdown, Colts. Scotty Miller, 30 yards. And the Colts get a bit closer. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty...
He's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Caught here by Griffin. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Finding room at midfield. And some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Trey McBride, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time.
And Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Black one. Switch, yellow, check white.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge, maybe not counted on.
Back now in Jacksonville. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4.
And Lance's throw taken in by Watkins here.
And some room to roam now.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Throwing on first down is Lance.
And he completes it to Hunt. Touchdown!
Kareem Hunt.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Jaguars have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. Lance going to try to throw for this.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th-quarter lead. And the formula there on the 2-point trying to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's able to find Miller.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Mahomes' throw taken in by Miller.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This is caught. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Scotty Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lance.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. To throw, it's Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, right back to Hunt.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing his Lance on third down. He is going to find Hill here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Ready, break.
Hunt will try going up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On third down, here's Hunt. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now, anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown power in the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone. So we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 13. 1:08 to go. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Mahomes will throw. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
Red, opposite, green, black, white, yellow.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were really helped by their defense.